Okay, start the theme tune. We're in. Start the theme tune. We're in.
How doing, you beautiful souls? Yes, it's about that time once again for the House of Lords right here on YouTube. Brought to you by the Right Honourable Marius Yanni, and last but no means least, myself. In this particular episode, we're going to be exploring physiology, the relationship we have between the quality of our thinking, the quality of our health and being. So don't forget, if you want to interact with us during this show, feel free to jump in and leave your thoughts in the chat down below. Equally, if you want to remain anonymous or secretive like, feel free to email us at thehouseoflords3@gmail.com. The email address again is thehouseoflords3@gmail.com. So let's get this party started. We've got the Right Honourable Marius Yanni in the house. Equally, we're going to be having what comes up. Hit the pinboard with myself. Again, at the end of the show, you'll get tip of the day for the Right Honourable Yanni. And there we go. Gentlemen, it's been another few fabulous days, action-packed out in the background. The crazy world and its show does forever roll on. And before we even get started, let me send nothing but love and light to each and every one of you that have been messages in the background, emailing, interacting with the show. But here we are. Absolutely belter. Here we are, episode 8, season 2. As we explore the physiology of things, our relationship between the mental prowess and our physical form and the world around us, and so much more. So, Yanni, Marius, how the devil are you doing, gentlemen?
Awesome. Absolutely fantastic. It was my birthday the other day, and guess what? I felt absolutely chuffed, like really chuffed to bits that I was jogging down the street, sweating my arse off in the morning at 6. Loved it. Ran past with a real high, mate. You know what I mean? The neighbours, now the neighbourhood, when they walk past 11, they see me in the morning, they're like, "Oh my god!" And I'm sweating. I'm like, they're like, so yeah, feel great, mate. Wonderful.
I'm glad to hear it. How about you, Marius?
Oh, I'm great. First, big happy birthday to our brother Yanni. That happened on Monday. So, you know, another milestone, as they say. I'm great, as I usually say. As long as I'm alive, it's a great day to be here.
Okay. Cool. Everybody's cool. Everybody's
How are
great.
you, mate? How are you? How are you? How are you?
Well, I don't. Too late now. Fuck you.
What do you mean too late now? You asked the first question, mate, and I'm coming with the second one. Fuck you. Too late now. You see? And that's how it happens, ladies and gentlemen. See how quickly the dissension comes in? Somebody takes it personally. Well, you didn't say anything to me, so fuck you. And all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. Go ahead.
There you go. There you go. That's case in point. Perfect part of the exercise there, and you read the script, mate. Well done. I'm fabulous. How could I say I'm not? Like Mario said, I'm here. I'm alive. And if now is all there is, I am. And that's all that needs to be said. So, yeah, I'm great. And I am excited to explore this particular subject that Iani brought to the table. So I'm going to let Iani kick it off.
Right.
Why he's got a mouthful of food talking about his professionalism and everything. And you can all see him at home because we're on video now. Right? So you can see him spitting it all out.
A mouthful of food. It's a raisin. A
food,
bloody chocolate raisin. No, I never spat nothing in the bin. All right, my bad. But so look, we were having one of our 5-minute, 2-hour conversations earlier on today, right? And just so you guys know, this is some international run-ins. You know, we ain't in the same house. We're not even in the same city, right? We're not even in the same country. But we've got water. Bodies of water between us. Miles and miles and miles and miles and miles between us. And look, it's happening. Live broadcast for you guys. So, yeah, we were having our conversation earlier on today. And it was apparent that maybe one of the conversations that we needed to have was about the body. It was... Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you see that? He brought us straight in there. I said it was apparent, but he said, what?
Oh, no. Let's just be kissing trees today. Come on, let's kiss trees.
Yeah, we're hugging trees, mate. We're not talking about...
Let's go up to these trees and give them a big hug and a big kiss, right?
Exactly,
Appreciate them.
Apparent. It was, like I was saying, it was apparent that through all of our conversations and stuff, when we talk about the mind and we talk about this, that, and other different attributes to ourselves, we hadn't really talked about that which houses everything, that which is the form which we are taking here in order to be able to experience and do thus. So, and as that has its own myriad of situations, it can be foiled, it can be scuppered through mental exertion, through physical ailment, there's so many different aspects that it could, just through somebody not wanting to even take part. And I thought to myself, well, why don't we look at the vessel, that which houses the mind, the heart, that which is the vehicle of expression, right? Why don't we look at the vessel itself? And one of the things I was wondering was, well, have we given up the keys to that vessel? So allow me to give you a little description of our show as done by our colleague earlier on today. In fact, not long ago at all. And it is this. Have we... Who's that? Who's that playing video games?
That's me showing being a professional in the background, but I can't get rid of it.
He's playing Mario.
Yeah, exactly. So look, here's what was written up for this particular show, so you guys can follow. Right? Have we unwittingly surrendered the keys to our kingdom, our personal data, our privacy, our autonomy? Join us today as we explore the unintended consequences of our digital lives and the trade-off we make for convenience, connection, and security. Through thought-provoking discussions and expert insights, we shall delve into the world of data privacy, surveillance, capitalism, and the erosion of the individual control. We shall examine the roles of tech giants, governments, and individuals in shaping our digital landscape, and the implications of our democracy mental health and humanity. With a focus on awareness, education and empowerment, we're going to discuss the ways in which we can reclaim our agency, protect our privacy, and rebalance the power of dynamics between tech corporations and individuals. And we'll ask essential questions like, I'll wait for those to come up because those essential questions are coming. In fact, that could be a new pot. Essential questions. I'm just, a new spot. Essential questions. What are the essential questions of today's topic? Dun 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 dun. But yeah, so there you go. That's a little outline of what's going on. And who's going to dive into the murky waters and splash around and tell us the water's fine, come in.
So I'm going to be absolutely brutally honest, because I was partly listening but weren't listening because I was also doing something in the background. So we're going to have to. No, I weren't distracted. I was being efficient, you see. So,
yeah.
So I'm going to have to pass the baton over to Marion and say, yeah, what's your notion on what Iyani was saying and all the rest of it there?
I love our professionalism. I was looking for that link to send to you, Carl, about the.
See, trying to palm it off with each other. Look at that. Pass the buck.
I don't know what they're talking about. I just
fucking hot potato. Who's got the hot potato?
But when he mentioned, did we pass the key to the kingdom? I was like, what kingdom?
Oh, were you?
Were you? So we weren't even allowed to even go there. All right, fair enough. We weren't even allowed to go there.
Just asking, what kingdom have we passed the key to?
Oh well, the only one that you have jurisdiction on, and these types of companies and people being interested in where they came from, and that type of stuff, right? And then years later, 2020 takes place, and then as we study 2020. We get to realize, there's some stuff going on in the background that most don't know about. Then you skip back a moment to the time when 23andMe was all in a rage and everybody was trying to do it. You then put the two and two together, and now you're in a different situation. And so my question, the first question was, have we given away the keys to the kingdom? The kingdom being our vessel, our genetics, our DNA, ourselves. There you go.
Now you singing. Okay. So have we given, the thing is, have we been aware that we've been giving key through ways that we never agreed to, because you have to upgrade your particular phone or your particular app. There is a little print where is making people like ourselves give up their right for them to actually take the key without us knowing that we've given it. Is what you're talking about?
One of the very many methods in which the keys have been surrendered. Yes.
Okay, but have we given it consciously aware about it, or have we been tricked to take it? But that doesn't mean it's been given.
Let's explore.
Okay. If you ask me personally, I would say that I didn't give it because I wanted to. I was tricked into upgrading my iPhone ever so often, where they sneaked in the little so-called little prints where people like myself, because there's so many pages of it, not going to go and read. And then if you do not upgrade your phone later on, certain apps don't work, certain things don't work. So your device becomes less effective. So you're kind of being forced into upgrading your device, and agree to something that you didn't agree. You are actually agreeing just to upgrade the device, but not to give them any right to take any information. We say the key to all vessels.
So you see, Carl.
Yeah, hold that thought, right? Because I don't know what time we. This is a very interesting thought, Marius. We're going to hold on to that, and we'll come right back to that. But Yanni, press that button.
Perfect timing, actually.
It's about time again for what comes out with Marius.
No, it's not.
Is it for real?
It's a commercial.
Is it the commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's first, right? So yeah.
That's why I was like
right,
doing this.
Forget everything what we said. Right? Forget everything that I said. I'm looking at my device thinking there should be something. No, don't do it yet. I never got the advert.
Oh dear. Like, it's all in a day's work, man, in the world of international online broadcasting, and it's just all in a day's work, really. It is, and it's wonderful. The fact that we're able to do this, the fact that we're privileged to fuck up in front of you is just marvelous. We absolutely fucking love it. So yeah.
Right, hold that thought, ladies and gents.
Let me hit that button
we'll be right
again.
Back after this. You only press that button. I can't stress that enough, because you are the architect. You are the pilot of your job. You're the actor, the thespian. Now you could take the lead role and talk into said Yorick's head, or you could be a little extra at the back that doesn't have many lines at all and doesn't like to be seen. A meek little butterfly. It is your choice. Completely your choice. Now, the insightful aspect of all of that is you now are aware, you have been made privy to, again, like you heard me say the other day, you are now illuminated into the insightfulness of your possibility, where you therefore are the architect, you are the director, you are the key star, or if you wish, a quiet little extra of your own existence. That in itself is insightful. And if you want to know more about that, then feel free to find yourself the Mind Gym, and that's the mindgym.club. And I've got a nice little offer for you. If you get onto the app and find it and put in promo code The House of Lords, you get your free month on us. So go check it out. The Mind Gym, promo code The House of Lords. Keep that button. Yanni, I didn't want to particularly save you from the interesting point that was going on between you and me, so I'm going to just ring that bell once again. Ding, ding, please carry on.
Where were we? I thought Marius had made his point and we were about to come to you. Is that correct, Marius, brother?
It was. I was making
Yeah.
the point about the fact that we, without the vessel through being tricked to upgrading devices and things that we are using day to day, and
Right.
how they sneak it in the small print.
So what I find, so what comes around when I'm listening to that is that particular dynamic, as you explained it, I thought, wow, you could actually put that over not just on devices, but on people themselves. And over the last 4 years, we've seen an example of that. The upgrade that you need to get, i.e. the recent advent of an mRNA, an mRNA technology, right? Right? You get it. Okay. All right. And then, as if you choose to, right? But then the supposed protocol procedure is that you need to get an update every quarter, every however long it is, every 6 months, you're getting an update. They call that update the booster, right? Which is why, as you were talking about the update of the devices, otherwise it's not going to work. It drew me to that, and I'm saying, are they really taking a model like that and trying to map it over everything? Right? Literally everything has to fit within that working framework. Gentlemen. So, what do we...
Rock the boat.
You know what I mean? It's like...
Don't tip the boat over.
I mean, I see it, right? Okay? As you were saying that, Marius, I'm like, that's with everything. Everything they've designed in this system, right, has been designed in that particular way. Gentlemen, what are your thoughts? How do we elaborate? Are we going in? Are we going in the window, front door, back entrance? Am I breaking through to the roof? What's happening? But I know some way in the box and out of the box, we've got to come out. So how are we coming out of it? Because I just kick the door. Could somebody kick the door open, please? Could you just cut that little flap so I can get out the box? We seem to be stuck in the box.
I just want to bring one quick thing to that, just to help with what Carl was sharing after the ad about mindgym.club. To the promotion code to work, if you go to mindgym.pasio.io, you go straight to the website, and that's where you put reference the House of Lords, and you access the 1 month for free.
Okay, awesome. Good to know.
Now,
good to know, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
passing it back
to the.
Why are you both passing? Because
I've been talking.
Let's get this out the box.
I'm trying to get
it out the box. Was the question? It's
okay.
Out the box. You guys are talking.
So look. Well, I mean out the box, not by the box, leading up against it. I mean out the box, out the box. So like for example, because look, here's the thing.
I think Carl right now he just pulled the handbrake. Isn't it?
Yeah. Get out. Do you know what I mean? That you guys get out and walk. Fuck it. I'm sitting here. Do you know what I mean? All right. We'll march on then. So yeah, no. All right, look. Okay, the keys to the vessel. Like really, at the end of the day, if I'm going to express this in the manner in which I have observed this, and in taking into what Brother Marius, the Right Honourable, has just mentioned, the trickery that was required for us to rescind our control over our own narratives, our DNA. Which is what we're talking about here, the keys to your kingdom, right? So data is one thing, right? Your phone is one thing. But your real data is you and everything about you, right? From your blood type to your medical records, your teeth, your feet size, the clothing you wear, the food you eat, the steps you take, the journey you go to work every day. You've all become part of the data package. And what I'm saying is that right, yeah, there you go. You know, there you go. There you go. That's more like it. Now we're fucking out the box. Yeah, the gender that you're supposed to fucking identify with for whatever reason. I don't recognise it. No, my bad. It's all right. I'm just joking.
No,
I'm not joking. Actually, I see. Look, yeah.
Shit.
Back out. I'm back out of the car again. No, I ran in. See, you see how the world gets you to self-censor. It's fucked. So I'm practicing not self-censoring. Nah, I'm out the box. Nah, I don't like any of that shit. It's fucked up. It's fucking stupid. Bottom line, it really fucking is. So there you go. Now that we've said that, yeah, right? No, we're all data. Everything you've become is data, right? You've become nothing but data, and you've allowed it. They've tricked you, but you've also allowed it. Both those two things are true. They have tricked us into doing it. But we allowed it because we didn't read the rules, and we just acquiesced because we was too busy trying to get hold of Sarah on fucking Facebook. When they said read that, we're like, fuck it, all my friends are on there. I need to be on there now. Click. Loads of people have done that. They still do it today. When you talked about you know, you don't want to do the thing because you don't want to read the agreement. What I was going to say is, ladies and gentlemen, I know there's loads and loads, but if you want to read the agreement, fuck it. You've got an iPhone, you've got a digital thing. Just highlight the whole lot and have your phone read it to you whilst you mop the floor or do whatever it is. Once it's over and you've heard it all, yeah, you can choose to agree or not. That's the way round it, ladies and gentlemen. Simple as that. At least you've heard it. It's gone in. That's what counts. All right. So yeah, right. It's clear that as much as we want to identify as human, there's another part of the world that wants to classify you from a data perspective. And it's not just one data file. It's hundreds just on you. So now, are we out the box? Are we moving? Are we travelling down the road? Marius, what's going on, bruv? What do you say to that bit?
We're moving, even though Carl looks like he's trying to hold onto the handbrake, you know what I mean? But I think it snapped because we are so fast. It snapped when he pulled it, you know. It's not stopping us.
I'm enjoying where it's going. Yanni finally getting to a bit where it's like, okay, now it's getting meaty. Now we're getting.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm sat here on the seat. So you carry on,
right.
and you know full well, the pair of you know full well, right? When it's at the fucking box, it's coming, right? Because there's an awful lot about the subject that's on the individual.
Oh yeah, totally. Totally.
Responsibility.
And look, and it's going to be responsibility. If people can't take it right now, I'd suggest you turn off because you're going to find.
I'm just.
Do you know what I mean?
My brothers can do.
Yeah. No, I get you. No, great.
Before he goes nuts.
Yeah.
You know, before he goes nuts.
Yeah, let us get something real quick, so we don't look fucking stupid. Keep going, brother.
Yeah, it's like you stir it, and I'll
you stir it. I'll come in like we're the sous chefs. He'll come in. Do you know what I mean? And put the herbs in there. There you go. And then it's him on the picture. He's the Michelin chef. Chef.
He's getting the, the medal.
Yes, chef.
But,
we got you.
It's as I see where Carl is going to come from.
So let's build him up then. Let's build it up.
Let's build him up, right? Which comes into accountability and comes into you as individual. The thing is, for that to be the case, then the individual itself has to be aware of the world that we live in.
Right.
Most people are not.
No, they're not.
Right? So I see the strong point that Carl is going to bring in. It's going to challenge people when it's going to come with it. And at the same time, a lot of people have no diggity boo, whatever is going on. Not in the slightest. And most of it, most of it is also because, well, I'll put it this way: the devices work.
Some fabulous points, Yanni. All right. I can see it. Okay, go on.
This device business. You see, you went back to the device, right? You went back to the devices, but the devices are merely the instrumentation to collect the data. They put that next to you, right? But then when you're turning round and pricking your finger here, you're putting the Apple Watch that actually can read blood. The commercial for this one series of Apple Watches, right, was it could read your blood. Right, the advert came with the watch looking nice, and then the background was red blood corpuscles. Yeah, Apple Watch.
It comes under one single word, and that word is convenience.
There you go. There you go. But that convenience, right? From the fact that basically you've been with little trinkets that look fucking lovely. There's one side or the other. There was always one side or the other. Computers, it was either a PC that was plagued by fucking Windows, or it was the Apple. Linux, you had to be a boffin, and everything else you just lost, right? So those were the average. That's what we had access to, right? That's one thing. But what I'm saying is that they planted them there so that your breakfast, your girlfriend, your hair, to them it's data. And that's how and because of that, that's where the control comes in, right? You've admitted, I like this, I like that, I don't do this, I don't do that. But then you say you're a private person. How the fuck are you private if these people now know how to trigger you? Or know
and if you understood the legal aspects, you're not a person.
Based on as human, no, we just here, but we as human look for in order to make our life easier and to have more time for ourselves. If that is the thing, then why do people in 2024 don't have more time for themselves, more time for their family? Because we do have a lot of devices out there and a lot of technology that instead, under the illusion of convenience, people end up actually working a lot more. People end up actually having less time for themselves, their families, and technology becomes stronger and capable of doing. We don't want technology because now it's threatening the reality.
So, do they now realize that the keys are over? Some of the keys are over there now. Do they now? Is this? Would you say they just might have given away some top secret to the wrong
I'll pass
aspect?
it on to Carl because I see.
I saw him nodding now. Yeah, fucking disapproving.
Yeah.
Go on then. Come on then. Come on.
No. On the contrary, I was actually
Off the day.
Yeah.
It's
I
ridiculous. I did a test. Super fast up here. I'm doing gig speed today. I'm doing gig speed, so there shouldn't be any.
We know what it is. We know what it is. We know planet that your children are going to live in, but it's cool right now. Stuff, and rightly or wrongly, you guys have been making good experience. It's that simple. You're both singing the same tune so far with the pharmaceuticals and everything else. It's band-aids, it's plasters, it's never addressing the fucking issue, and the issue is the way you process and treatments. I mean, some of it is so archaic and mechanisms. One of the treatments for one of the most grievous fucking illnesses is radiation itself. Hey, fuck it, what's going to kill you first? This fucking treatment? 2.5 decades. Patient records of people with terminally ill conditions of tumours and cancers and all the rest of it. And no toxic chemicals, no toxic medicines, everything else, just natural rainbow and a different approach to the way your physics, complete emission and something a minute a day. And you hear of it with real modern technology. They're filming it through various conditions, and they're watching these monks and they see in real time tumours, illness, and they can't patent it. They don't fucking use it. They don't believe. They won't bring it to the Western world. And then you understand that the pharmaceutical companies make billions. Nothing. The thoughts, your king, Yanni put it, is one of the most cosmological, powerfulest things in the fucking universe. It can time travel. It can heal. It can regress. It can progress. It can remember life after changes. It for you is the lack of presence and awareness of each and every moment and the clarity of it. Everything within us is a vibratory field, frequency. Sick tissue is nothing more than a piano string out of tune. The moment you reintroduce the harmonic frequency of its natural state, then it reverts back to that state, being proven countless times in labs. But here we are, this radioactive drug. Let's see if it will beat your cancer first, or it will kill you. One of the two, basically. That's the treatment we're still rocking. Pharmaceutical companies. You've got pharmaceutical companies that have been existing for 170 years and not good a fucking thing.
Yeah, 170 years making bank.
They kill people of their lives.
Making bank.
They kill people of their lives.
Just extracting money under the provisor, under the I mean, at this particular point, data will show
what it is.
right that it's under false pretenses. How can you turn around and say this is what? Sorry, go ahead.
What would you say to the people that said that? Well, yeah, but I know people that had cancer and been cured by this pharmaceutical and chemotherapy.
I would like to put something forward for that answer there. I would like to say, how do you know that the treatment cured you? How do you know it wasn't you? That's what I would put forward.
That's a good answer.
That's a good point.
That's it.
You know, given the fact of the placebo experiments, how many times have we read about placebo experiments?
There you go.
People given sugar sweets, but they were told that it was the best newest thing about defeating cancer. And then all of a sudden, just by taking this sugar sweet, boom, cancer's gone, full remission.
Right.
And here's the fucker, right? Here's the fucker. That 30% of the individuals that were cured, once told that they were sweets, got cancer again.
Yep.
Yeah. That's that.
Yep.
Yeah. When I looked at that, I was like,
now check this out. Now check that. Think about that. Now think about that. Think about that though.
Think about the other group that kept the vibratory state of wellness.
Exactly.
This is how powerful our minds are.
Right.
You know, we've seen it. What they call it spelling.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, the very utterances that we think, feel, are weaving the quality of the reality that we're going to experience, the potential of what can be, the possibilities of what could be. If you don't think manifesting sort of like 10 grand or this, that, and the other, or a better life for yourself ain't going to fucking happen, guess what? I've got news for you. It ain't going to happen.
It won't happen.
It won't happen. If you're focusing on a shit part of your relationship and it's going right and you're always thinking about it going shite, guess what? It's going to go shite and it's going to be shite. Do you know what I mean? If you're thinking of constantly that you're not enough and everything else in the world don't like you, guess what? Most of the people that you're going to come across don't like you and they think you're shite. Why? Because that's what you're emitting. If you're emitting low vibratory energy and constantly pissed off with the people that you're keeping with, why don't you have a look in the mirror and realise that you're the toxicity just like these fucks?
Yeah.
At the moment you become aware of the vibratory presence of your existence and the quality of it, then you start attracting like-minded individuals. Then you really start to see fucking magic. But the moment you allow doubt, disbelief, denial, distortion, and a load of other shit into the mix, then that's part of your dish that you're going to enjoy. You're putting the ingredients into the reality that you're feasting on.
And if you're allowing those ingredients in, then how much control of your dish do you really have?
You know, when you were bringing the fact the vibration, how important it is. Actually, when you just called prior to us starting the live, I was watching an interesting clip about how they are experiencing with frequency, and they have come up through many studies that by using two different frequencies, one low, one high, but the high one has to be 11 times higher than the low one, they can actually disintegrate organisms.
Yeah.
Tumours, cancer cells, all of that. Yeah, I've seen it under the microscope.
Yeah.
We've seen it happen, and it's still described drugs that are meant to be fixing your heart or fixing whatever it is, but in the long run end up fucking up your liver.
Right. So then that begs the question: okay, all right, let's something. What you just said there. If everybody were just to stop for a second and you say, wait, you're getting something that they've said, this is what it's going to do to help you. Meanwhile, it's fucking up your liver. We've also just listened to the fact that candy was given to those pretending to be placebos. They were healed.
But that's what they come back, Yanni, because they say you should read where the risks are as well that comes with it. So you agree to take the risk.
And here's what's funny. You agree to take on board. Because that's what it means. When it says you agree to take the risk, let's just be honest with the language. You agree to take on board all of the risky shit, right? You have said to the universe, yeah, I'll accept all. This is what you're saying. When you do
because
that,
they're gonna say, listen, you're mature, right? So I don't have to tell you. You have to read that. It's up to you to actually go and read it before you take it.
and you create and so they allow you to program yourself into the situation. That's the part. They say, well, I'm not even going to read it to them. If they read it, they will program themselves.
It's a big but there, Yannick, because we go back to the conditioning, right? Generation over generation and authority, all right? So the thing is that because generation after generation we've been, not we as in we, but as
the humanity, system, parts of humanity,
being conditioned to not question the authority. Now, if you go to the pharmacist and the pharmacist gives you something, you're like, yeah, but he knows what he's doing, so he's not going to give me something that's going to, and you already put trust on something.
It's because you're
being conditioned into your thinking to think that they're there,
right,
to make sure you're okay.
Right, and what's interesting is that person is the actual, what is it? They are the deliverer of the conditioning. Like you,
Yanni, Marius, hold on to these thoughts. Yeah. It's time to press that button, Jen.
Ignite your vitality. Meet the LifeSpring Gold Card, a quantum leap in wellness. Revitalize your bioenergy, boost stamina, ease aches, and
saying that the advert might be on and we can't hear it. It's not on though. Right.
Oh, here we go.
Sorry, you were saying something, mate? What?
I won't say anything.
shield yourself from electromagnetic frequencies emitted from cell phones, laptops, and other smart technologies. Restructure tap water, revitalize food, and harmonize everything around you. Elevate well-being with LifeSpring, made in the USA. Order today from VanessaElston.com. Ignite your vitality. Meet the LifeSpring Gold Card, a quantum leap in wellness. Revitalize your bioenergy, boost stamina, ease aches, and improve your mental focus. Shield yourself from electromagnetic frequencies emitted from cell phones, laptops, and other smart technologies. Restructure tap water, revitalize food, and harmonize everything. Laptops and other smart technologies. Restructure tap water, revitalize food.
And don't forget, if you would like to harmonize yourself, your water, your food, why don't you give Vanessa a check out at www.vanessaelston.com. We are now back.
www.vanessaelston.com. Yeah. That was smooth. Did you see that?
Smooth.
That's brilliant. It was just smooth, like just like a silk, soft and cuddly. You know, that was like shaggy smooth.
Yeah, shaggy smooth. A bumpy as fuck. No,
Scooby-Doo shaggy.
Yeah, Scooby.
Welcome, ladies and gents, to the Mystery Bots right here on the House of Lords.
Continue to try out. Still get what we get through. What we get through. We got through.
Yeah, we do.
That's the whole thing. We fucking got through. So
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
million
It's just a good
production
representation
sets.
of. It's just a
Yeah.
good representation of how life goes, right? It doesn't go as you expect it. It will
Nah.
go as it's meant to go,
That's right,
and it's just
that's
gonna
right,
happen,
that's
right? The surprises are there.
They are.
Bling,
But you know what?
ka-ching,
You know what?
ka-ching.
You know what? I want to, for the ladies and gentlemen out there, do you know what I mean? Let us know what you think of the set, the new set. Let us know, because you can tell we're not bunched up in the space capsule anymore. Like a bunch of gods outside looking in. We're not like, what's going on? Well, you're sitting on my shoulder. Yeah, you're on my shoulder too, bruv. I can't see. No. So hopefully you like this set. It feels like a bit more spacious, less claustrophobic. Hit us up. You know what to do if you want to talk to us about anything. You think, say, you know what? That looks really neat. Really, really like it. Yeah, you guys are rocking. You know what to do. Give us a shout. And that's at the
On.
House of Lords at gmail.com.
Now you messed up. Try that again.
I know.
What do you
He's
mean?
trying to bring the thing up on the screen. And
I messed up.
everything, you know.
Yeah, and it's not even popping up, mate. It is,
You forgot
and it's
number
not even
three.
popping in.
You
It's not
forgot
even
number
popping
three.
in, mate.
You
It's
just
like,
gone
come on,
number
man.
three.
It's like, come on. It's like the House of Lords 3 at gmail.com. Again, that is the House of Lords 3 at gmail.com. Gentlemen, we have returned back into the affray. And what is it that we are talking about?
What are we talking about? The quality of our thinking, basically, in
go.
relation to our bodies.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we're seeing an awful lot of individuals now, and we're seeing the push to vilify organic foods. We're seeing a push for the transhumanism movement, you know, this augmentation of digital wearable trackable AI to harvest data. You know, where I am no different than any other consumer on that front, you know, with wearable iWatches. We have these phones that track us every location. We're moving into stores now constantly. I grow tired of these stores that only take digital. They don't take cash anymore. And I'm still boycotting them the best I can. I try to spend my cash with vendors that will take cash. So let that be known to you. All right. But it is again a multi-layer cake of programming and indifference. But at what stage we have to ask ourselves, you know, is the quality of your thinking serving you right now? Is it giving you the best life right now? Are you happy with whom you are right now? And if there's any doubt, we are, yeah, I like myself, but you know, I don't like my tummy, or I like myself, but I wish I had bigger chest muscles, or I like myself, but I'm you know, I don't like going to these places. You're constantly writing a rule for yourself. The moment we're stepping into these fields of can't, maybe, but what ifs and everything else, you're writing subconscious rules for your genetic makeup. It's beginning to be proven by the development of science and observation and understanding the very genome and the way cellular tissue actually responds to consciousness. Even the experiments on water now are just mind-boggling. Oh. It's given an indication that everything seems to be aware of some sort. There's a constant interaction going on. And if you become aware of that, then is it not incumbent to you then to be aware of the quality of your thinking, of what you're listening to, the music you're vibing to, the movies you're watching, the shit you're reading, the magazines you're consuming, and just how your neuro-linguistic programming is writing the limitations of your experience.
This is
and the moment, go on.
No, go on, in the moment.
Go ahead.
He's thirsty.
I was just going to say, this is the reason as to why we discussed the vessel, because look how many aspects are available regarding that. Look how many aspects Carl listed off just there.
It takes me back to when you guys were, you remember we had the discussion. I came to that realization of hypocrisy that we have within ourselves. When we do have the information, we do know, but we don't apply. So there's a lot of people out there that they can wax lyrics and repeat things that they came across and learn. But if you'll ask them how many of them they applied, I'm not saying that all of them do in this way, but there is going to be very few that will apply what they are sharing with others, and they have knowledge of the process of what you go through when you apply it, and to really understand it to the depth of going through it. And I caught this when I was having the discussion with you guys. And
hold that thought, Marius. Hold that thought. Press that button, Annie. It's about that time, ladies and gents, for what comes up with Marius.
Well, I guess I'll just continue. Because the thought was coming. It's like, hold up. Well, yeah. It's yeah. The our own hypocrisy, meaning that we are the ones that we are our own best and worst enemy or friend. And that's something that we have to choose. We have to decide ourselves what side we're on. Because when I call myself in that hypocrisy of, I know this, I know that, and people can do this, people can do that. Like, yeah, it's like the great teachers, right? The great teachers, they know how to teach others what to do, but most of them don't do it. And even though that can improve their own lives, that can help them discover who they are fully. And for some reason, they don't do it. And that's why I call it our own hypocrisy that we end up being trapped into. Just because we know it. Just because even the information that we were sharing earlier, right? There is a lot of information that a lot of people out there, they already know it. But they will still go to the drawer to pick up that aspirin or paracetamol or Nurofen or whatever, right? Even though they have the information, even though they know what they're talking about. And it's like, well, if you know it, why don't you apply it? Yeah, but right in that moment, it's, I need it because I'm in pain. Okay, but you also know things that you can experience with to find out what the body needs in that moment. Meaning, it may be that the body lacks water. You go and try, drink a glass of water. That may be one of the things that the body needs, even though the body actually do communicate with us if we listen to it. That's the thing when we talk about cravings, right? It's when we crave something, we don't crave it because we like the taste. We crave it because there is some vitamins or something that the body needs in order to be able to build itself, to repair itself. And the body's saying, give me this, right? Now, the trap is when we do give it, sometimes we may take more than it should be because it's like, oh, I like this, I love it, and I've been craving it. So now I'm gonna eat more than I'm gonna eat the entire bag of whatever that we craved. And this is where we have to get into that synchronicity and that symbiosis between mind, body, and soul that most people talk about. I talked about, and I didn't really understand it as much as I do now. That doesn't mean I understand it fully, but I become more and more aware and understanding what does it mean. And that means the more you start to be in synchronicity with your body will tell you what it needs. Even if it needs a bit of exercise, your body will say, oh, you haven't done anything today. You go and do a couple of reps or a couple of something, and then you'll go and do it because the body is is willing to repair itself. The body is our vehicle that we use in our life, in this reality. Why wouldn't the body want to stay healthy and, keep us for longer to do whatever we meant to do? People say, what do you mean what we meant to do? What do you mean? There's no purpose of life. It's like, well, how long have you been sitting with it, and how long have you actually really did your best to really find what the purpose of life is? I don't claim to know it, but I can claim the one fact that I'm doing, which I'm working the journey of discovering myself. Who am I? As I mentioned in a prior podcast, is the fact that we like to observe other people and look at other people and maybe judge other people and compare with other people, but we don't even know ourselves. Deep down, we don't even know ourselves. So why don't we start to know ourselves first? Catch ourselves in the hypocrisy when we talk from a place that we know and we share with others what they can do, but never ask ourselves, have I ever applied it? Why haven't I? How can I tell people what to do if I haven't applied it? I don't even know if it works. But I'm coming from a place where, like, I know it works. You should do this and you should do that. Well, if you really come and want to help humanity and help your family and help others around, go and do it yourself. And at least that's what I've learned. I'm walking through the journey. I'm learning through the journey, and I'm applying it. I have days when I feel like I don't want to do it. And I have to ask myself, why don't you want to do it? Okay, you don't want to do it right now, but you can do it a little bit later. And then, having that internal discussion. We've been over the movies and all that I've been exposed to. It's been presented to us, or even conditioning ourselves into the thing that if you're talking to yourself, that means you're going crazy. That's bullshit. That's total bullshit. Right? It's when you talk nonsense, you may be crazy. But when you have an internalized discussion with yourself in finding out what you need, what your journey is, what you want to do to really progress, that's not craziness. That's you finding your true self. That's you finding your purpose in why you're here. Yeah, a lot of people might say that there is no purpose for us to be here. It's just to have kids and whatever, have a pension and die and give another generation. But what is the point of all the generations coming over and over and over and over and over? It's just to be, or just to kill each other? Because apparently that we are the best of it. If it's one thing that the AI wouldn't want to take, the job, as my dear friend and mentor Kern says, is the on job that AI wouldn't want to take from us is killing each other, because apparently we're doing it so well. And the AI doesn't want to do it. People think AI is going to be there to kill us. No, the people behind that particular AI that's being programmed with a human is going to do it. But that doesn't mean it's the AI, it's the people. But that doesn't mean the entire AI is there to kill us, because that's, even if I remember well, in Matrix, they presented the fact where human were actually working with the AI, and AI was fighting the other side, the negative side of the AI, to protect humans. So it's never all bad or all good. There's always going to be a dance in between the good and bad, whatever our perception is and whatever we are with our minds. Like Carl was saying, the quality of our thinking, the quality of our thoughts create our reality. And it's not just me or Carl or Yanni saying it. There's so many out there, like even Dr. What's his name? Joe Dispenza. He talks about that as well. Even Dr. Lipton, he talks about that. Dr. Lipton, actually, he lost his license back then when he said that we can influence, through the way we speak with things, through the way we expose even water or other products to the vibration. And because of that, he was being told that he's talking nonsense and his goal is nuts. And he, from what I've heard from his interviews, that he lost his license. He lost his credibility as a doctor. But now science comes back and says, oh, yeah, you weren't wrong. So do you see the hypocrisy of the system that we live in? Just cutting someone off, saying that it's crazy, and not looking into it and see if it makes sense. That shows the hypocrisy in the system that we live in right now. And anyone that says that this is not a system that has an agenda, it may. Are they conscious? That's the question. Are they conscious of their choices? Yeah, it may be that they have an agenda, but they don't know exactly the consequences because they're not conscious of their actions. They've been also conditioned in a certain thinking to believe, and that's the believe thing, the believe word, to believe in something that they don't even know if it's the right thing, but because they've been conditioned from an early age, that's their way of thinking. And Carl will say, listen, it's still down to the individuals to make the choice. And I agree with Carl strongly. It is. But in order for that to happen, there is something that what I found through my journey in the last few years, it has to be a certain event that will challenge the person, the individual's mind in such a way that it will bring the person to a bit more awareness and curiosity. And when that happens, then the person starts to go into that journey, which is a journey less traveled by a lot of people. And with this event that's happening right now, recently, I think I heard that NATO is preparing something really chaotic in the world. And people is like, oh, you have no idea what NATO is preparing. It's going to be this and that. The thing is, what if, I'm not saying, and I don't agree with it, but what if that is the kind of event that humanity needs to become aware of the fact that they've fallen asleep at the steering wheel, and we almost going over the cliff, and it needs like that bang in the door. Or I don't know if you ever, but I have experience when I did once in my life, being tired of a long journey, fell asleep. Suddenly my car went off road, and you start hitting all the whatever is when you go off road under your car, and that wakes you up. And it's a I can't express it. It's a weird realization, but it looks like that's what the humanity needs. The humanity needs to get off road at one point to hear all the noise and all the trauma and all that, and all for the humanity to say, hold on a second, the steering wheel is in front of me. Let's take control of it. Let's take charge of it. So yeah, I don't agree with what these entities are preparing. The only way they can achieve what they're preparing if is that humanity does not become aware that they are the one in charge, not the small group of the entity that's out there that's trying to do whatever they try to do. So if there's anything that I want to leave for everyone, just ask yourself this simple question: who am I truly? That's what comes up.
And there you have it, ladies and gents. Fabulous rendition and observations by the Right Honourable Marius with what comes up. Fabulous, mate, fabulous. Go on, Yanni.
I'm agreeing. Yeah, here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But yeah, that was some good stuff there, Marius, especially about the how the lenses and people not knowing.
Carl,
I suppose that's...
you say just the camera a bit more high, because I only see your mouth.
Oh.
Who, me?
Oh, no, me.
No, Carl.
Yeah.
Is that any better? Is that better?
Now we can see that cranium that we've come to.
Well, thanks. Yeah, especially the points about the particular life lenses that people wear, and at some point you have to be aware of people's ignorance to information, it's quite easy to walk around and pontificate about the physiology of ourselves and the relationship with the physical on a metaphysical and an energetic level. For some people, is woohoo. It's double speak. But I have to implore kind of a segment on what Marius was saying in relation to the alternative. You know, as opposed to, you get to a certain age and you realise, okay, yeah, it's all business. Medicine's big business. And then you see the vilification and criminalisation of natural herbal remedies that have worked for hundreds of years. And shops being closed for selling such remedies. But again, one would have to kind of implore an individual to at least explore the pantry of nature. At least give the time and a day to the individuals that have made it their life's work to unpack nature's medicine cabinet. I mean, what's her name? Newman, something right. Newman. She's got a big thing going at the moment on social media platforms, and it's about the natural way that we can repair and heal lots of ailments, you know, that the pharmaceutical companies are making billions of pounds from.
Has this not always been the way? Have we not always had capabilities and have access to this stuff? Of course.
Well, yeah, we have, yes.
Right.
But it's a question of what Marius is coming from, I'm presuming, is the accessible nature of that information.
Right.
If that information is kept out of the academic learning, which children are thrust upon and thrust into like little prisoners, right, and conditioned in a manner that the doctor knows best and pharmaceutical companies are king, and anybody that doesn't believe in them are far right extremists, then there's that conditioning, isn't there? And I suppose that's what Marius is bringing to the table, that the foresight of people's conditioning. The thing I haven't got much time for is when you highlight the conditioning and you highlight and bring to the table the alternative, and it is still looked at as if it was nonsense, and then people go line up for these drugs fundamentally that cause a numerous of problems.
So you see, now no, forgive me, but let me just step in right here, and forgive me for this, but would it, a species that is, you know, essentially designed to live and to thrive, yeah, all right, you find ways in which you naturally harmonize with the earth. So if there's an ailment, you can find, there's a shrub, there's a herb. You're hungry, there's a vegetation, there's fruit. You're thirsty, there's water, whatever you need, you have, right? So wouldn't one then have to question, if there's always these questions, and well, we won't add that in, we don't want everybody to know about that, unpacking nature. Well, to just see what comes up is that action alone, the observation of that alone begs a question. Why would you do that? Yet it seems to slip by. Does that make sense, gentlemen? It seems to slip by. Nobody questions, wait, why did you not unpack nature? Why are you thinking that anything aside from nature would work here? Like, there is for example, I heard one plum turn around and actually had the gall to turn around and say, trees are bad for the environment. Okay? Plum. Because I can't even give it the respect of the plum. A plum. A ripe plum. And it's a prominent plum at that. Prominent plum out there. But
I'll go one step further and just say he's a cock.
But since when does that happen?
I want you, Carl, to hold that step forward, because it's that time. So you can step into that, so Yanni, if you do the honors, press that button.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, man of the hour, you know what time it is. Hit the pinboard with Carl.
Thank you, yes. Suspense, madness, insanity. All can be found within the simple recognition of our breath. The very uniqueness of our nature, the very uniqueness of our being, requires a certain amount of curiosity. For our very existence is wrapped in a quandary, in a mystery, in a riddle, wrapped up with archaeological evidence. Archaeological mysteries. 1,000 religious books with 10,000 gods. There are those that have been observed, never to eat, never to drink, and are still alive, roaming free, living their best life. I dare say better than most of thee. Free from the toxins, the poisons of the shiny wrapper that's been orchestrated to get your attention so you will eat it. Filled with ingredients. Whereas the manufacturers have cut corners to find constantly cheaper versions of this once was delicious, healthy parts of nature, put together by the ingenuity and the creative individual that like to cook with nature's pantry. But somewhere along the line, that all got a bit too expensive, didn't it? The shrinking of our delicious chocolate and that peculiar sweet taste that is now developed that in some way just doesn't taste like it used to. All these natural products that say no added sugar. And you've been conditioned to believe that that's a good thing. But yet that product is sweet as shit. You have to ask yourself, where's that come from then? What in nature is sweet that can't be called what it is? The idea of natural flavorings, well, law would speculate what flavor that is. Wasn't it? Extract of this, a pinch of that. No, not in these products, no. The show must go on, you see, because right next to it is a beautiful, well-constructed, well-designed package that sparks your seductive inner darkest thoughts. You recall the advert as a child, where the woman sat there in her lingerie, slowly opening up silky smooth product, running her finger down the shiny wrapper and slowly opening up the juicy chocolate nectar that was in. So go it of your conditioning. All of a sudden you don't care about the toxics that it's made out of now because you remember that sweet erotic moment that you had in the middle of the fucking supermarket. We walk around now, these supermarkets, and we see all these pretty brands. And we see all this quick, fast food. You notice that all the vegetables are the same size, same shape, same form, all around the same color, very clearly distinguished from each and every other vegetable. And I dare say, if any of you are of a particular age, you will remember Nanny or Granddad's allotment. You may have even had one yourself and realized that carrots, well, when they come out the ground, they're all funky kind of shapes. Some of them look like two lover carrots in a warm embrace. Other carrots look like they've got a penis and a set of balls. It's rather bizarre. Carrots come in all shapes and sizes, just like people. Apples. Oh, I used to have a lovely selection of apple trees in my garden. Some were gnarly and ugly and warped. And they were some of the best tasting apples I could eat. They were beautiful, as nature intended, full of seed. Those berries and fruits that grew natural in abundance, which encouraged the birds and the bees that I took great pleasure in watching sometimes. All of this beautiful stuff that nature is just giving us. And we forget, don't we? We now live in a world where the kids don't walk around the beck anymore, picking berries off the bush, because they've been conditioned to go, it's nasty, it's full of diseases, it's germs, it's bugs. Now, we're living in a world of protein shakes, meal replacements, all made out of mealworm. Isn't it ironic? The very man who wants you to eat the bugs has got you eating the bugs anyway. But it's okay if you've got Wi-Fi. And the faster boosting Wi-Fi, the biggest router in your house right next to your bed. Wow, that's what you need, isn't it? In fact, you want that good quality Wi-Fi. You want a 5G tower right outside your bedroom window, and 5 floors down, you want another one next to your friends so you can play super fast Xbox. Kill them hard. While your little kid's playing GTA in a strip club. Putting nose boogers up a stripper's nose. And he's only 11. And when he turns around and says, Mom, Dad, I want to wait. And I say, go down into the special box. What special drops? You know, the special box. Excellent. He goes in there, opens it up, and guess what's in there? All of those fabulously well thought out packages of all that toxic, juicy goodness that feeds right into little Matthew's fucking ADHD. No wonder he's got a short attention span. He was brought up on Instagram and TikTok fucking videos. Average attention span, what? 20 seconds? 30 seconds? Less? 5? 4? That's the reality of it. 4? Imagine that. So, when you do see that article of that person that hasn't got many followers, and they're talking about the yummy cookness of the humble dandelion, and you go, fucking cow, look at this idiot, right? And your thumbs scroll along that post. I fundamentally could have explained to you that there's more calcium in what society is deemed a weed than a glass of milk. Without all the hormones and pesticides and growth hormones, and as some knobhead wants, RMNA meat. Because they're going for it. They're pushing it. Yeah, they are. If you didn't get that vaccine, they're going to stick it in everything that you fucking buy. And you get it anyway. Because they want to know the data. They want to know if you're excited. They want to know if you're stimulated when they see that advert. And how do they know that? Well, you know that agreement that you meant, terms and conditions to use the product that you didn't read, that Yanni was talking about? I told you what they were going to do. But you just needed to text Jessica and tell her about your new hair and your new nail extensions. And, you know, Darren and his mates needed to send dick peaches to one another because they were knobbing a girlfriend the other weekend that's been double jabbed and she's shedding everywhere. But they don't care because she was fit. And then go home and constantly moan about the toxic environment at work and subconsciously telling yourself that every time your body wakes up, it's going to go to a toxic environment. And imagine on a subconscious, quantum, molecular level, what that's doing to your very being. because you watched that video on Instagram, didn't you? You know, the video of the water experiment, love, hate, and the beautiful crystals. You watched that because you talked about it with Jackie when you were having your nails done. But it seemed we forgot it because it's not that important anymore, is it? Because right now you've been fucking distracted again. There's the key, really, to our inner temple is the very awareness that you are the temple in and on itself. What you think you create. And if you think you're shit and consume shit, I'm sorry to say you will end up a sack of shit. That is what's on the pinboard.
Again, such a spectacular delivery from the man of the hour, the man himself, Carl.
Yeah,
you hit the pinboard.
You'll end up a sucker shite.
I like that. I did like that. I thought, you know what, he's really gone in there, hasn't he? He's giving it to them. He's really knocked it. He did. He was like, you know what, you're getting it today. You're getting it today.
Mild. I thought I was quite mild.
You were, but it was really cool.
I thought I was quite mild. I was being kind of artistic with the journey and abstracting some of the points that were made up in the show thus far.
Yeah, it was a good, really cool. It was a good, nice story.
Very, very cool indeed. Really.
It was, wasn't it? It was one of them. That's how I wanted to come across.
Yeah, no, that's that. I like them. I like that type of stuff. I like that style personally speaking. Like, yeah, you see, that's the way to do it. Do you know what I mean? Lack onto something and just expand from there. In that,
you know, it's because you brought a good point and about the shit that's in the food, and it's like you can see the little child that came across an Instagram and explains the dangers of eating McDonald's, for example. Right? And then I can visualize that child tell mommy, but mommy, you know, that person was saying that McDonald's ain't healthy. And I can see the mother. Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Come on, let's treat ourselves. And this is the society we live in. The child is aware and it brings awareness. It's being shut down.
Why is it being shut down? Because unawareness, ego, all the myriad of bad behavior and what's it? Habits, not bad behavior. Habits. All of the behavior, all of the trinkets of living that life has now established yourself. And when the young, that which is closest to source, because it just came from there. When it's kind of giving you a heads up. What? Just because you think your name's man, your name's woman, you got beard and boobs or something. You think that gives you the right to tell you, nah, you know what you're talking about. Wisdom. We've heard wisdom from the young, with like actual wisdom, where it even makes you turn and go. And you take it seriously right there and then. Right there and then. I've done it myself a few times, man. I've done it myself a few times. Right there and then. Take it seriously.
How many of you came across or ever experienced or had an idea about the fact that, for example, when you were a child, you were being told certain things, right? And then when you observe it on your parents and you bring the awareness to the parents saying, wait, didn't you say that this is not good? And it's like, yeah, but I'm an adult. I can do that. Right? It's just the hypocrisy of the fact that it's like, so wait, you how are you going to teach that child if you're the one that doesn't stick to it?
They learn by mimicry. They learn by what they see, you know. Yeah. And this is one of the things that I think we've mentioned a few times, especially with mentoring and doing the kind of trainings that we do and all that kind of stuff. If you're working with a young, influential individual, and you're working with individual an hour to an hour and a half, you know, once a week, and then yet what's at home is just some backward thinking, knuckle dragging shite of adults, then you're kind of you're in the wind. You're pissing in the wind, basically. So the moment you can install an individual's awareness of the quality of their environment that they're finding themselves and spending their time in reflects on the expansive nature of the potential of their existence, then the onus is on them. But you're right to bring forward the quality of the thinking at home. The pair of you, if you're talking about young being the future, and as the song says, teach them well and let them lead the way, we are far falling short of that. I think we could all agree.
Yep.
To the Western world, we are falling far fucking from that.
Oh, it's fast
Massively.
going to the east.
Massively.
Don't worry about it. It's fast been going to the east. It's just taking over. Like it's like the Hurricane Katrina just took over.
Yeah, everything. Yeah,
It's gone fast. It's gone fast, especially in the last 5 years. It's gone fast.
Mm.
Yeah,
It is.
I mean, you can tell there seems to be this innate reason for the children to be under fire, under siege for no apparent reason. They didn't do anything.
Hold that 40, Arnie. Press the button, mate. Yes, ladies and gents, it's that time again for tip of the day with the Honourable Arnie.
Thank you. Cheers. Appreciate that. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thanks for joining us yet again, and to my right honourable brothers for here doing their thing. We are here again at Tip of the Day. And what is the Tip of the Day? Well, we've been talking about the vessel. We've been talking about that which is inherently you, your projection, your manifestation of your consciousness here in this particular moment in time. And I posed a question which said, have the keys to that particular kingdom been given away? Now, what did I mean by that? Oh, you mean the rise of 23andMe? Well, how come everything was okay up until a certain point? You didn't really need to know any of that stuff, but all of a sudden it became trendy. Or so you thought, because you were taken in by the commercials, tracing loved ones, heritage, the way they lent upon those who are slightly displaced, maybe the groups that were affected by their ancestors have been somewhat or supposedly somewhat affected by slavery. Note how the adverts were commissioned towards those types of things, those long ones where really at the end of the day what they were really looking at was so far away from the actual truth, because it takes so much more than what they were showing you to determine anything in the first place. One would suggest that there was slightly more at play, but not wanting to be a sort of a killjoy or that type of situation. We march on forward happily in the knowledge that, yes, now I know where my ancestors come from. Should I have taken that route? Now Sharon knows that she's quarter Turkish, half Iranian and 1/5 German, amongst other things. And now she can go to Germany on a pledge to find out her ancestry over there. When she's finished, she's going to get on a plane and go over to Turkey. Meanwhile, she was born in Bethnal Green. So you see, tip of the day is, what have we been looking at? We've been looking at the vessel. One would probably say at this moment, where are the keys? Look around. Where are the keys to your vessel? Do you know where they are? Are they hanging up in the right place? Right? Or have you lent them to Bill down the street, who told you that he wanted to borrow it just for a moment to impress? But you haven't seen Bill for the last 3 days, and you're wondering why your identity is no longer where it's supposed to be. Because you've given the keys away. You're wondering why you're looking out on the street and looking at confused individuals, asking you questions that literally don't make sense. And you yourself, as you're looking at them, feel either that something's wrong with your vision, or now you have no clue what the fuck you're looking at. And that, to you, depending on who you are, is a problem. Why? Because you don't know what you're supposed to say. He, she, them, what's going on? Now we've got to that point. And not only is that compounded in real life, but now you have the technology, as Marius mentioned, AI, that will actually make up these people now and put it on your screen. So look where the fuck you are now. All because you gave up the keys to your vessel. All because you thought it was a good idea not to pay attention to your front door, to your back door, to the side windows. You chose no alarm, right? Nothing at all. Do you know what I mean? And you put all your trinkets up on your big, like, those wall cabinets, right? With lighting. You put all your gold medals up the top there. You put your mum's old silver, your grandma shit at the top up there. You put all your pictures up there. You're flossing. You've got your shit outside. The biggest rims, black windows, costing loads. And for what? And for what? You gave away what to get that? You gave away the keys to your kingdom, which is the reason why that when you look at your phone, every little thing you're talking about is now advertised to you. Because yes, Siri and Alexa listen all day long. Get used to it. You're here now. You wanted that, didn't you? You wanted the assistance. You wanted the convenience. Tip of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, why? Oh, why? Before I give you tip of the day, I've got to ask the question, why would you do such a thing? Why would you engage in such a thing? I'm not saying that I'm any different. I'm just saying, why would you engage in such a thing? Ask yourself that question now. Why would you engage in giving away the keys to your kingdom instead of being as one and being the kingdom? Why would you give it away? Ask yourself that question, because as you now look at the news and you see an old dude shaking his fist and shaking his hand, doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, but yet you seem to be descending into some sort of weird kind of, this is a bit dystopian. Wait a minute, there's some shit going on. Hold on, where's all the food gone? Hold on, where's my money gone? Why is everything so crumbly and weird? Why did you give away the keys to your kingdom? That's going to rattle through in your mind for the longest time, because the vessel is the important part that you should have been. Should. That's an absolute. The vessel is your responsibility. It really is that simple. It's not mine. Your vessel is not my responsibility. My vessel is my responsibility. Your vessel is yours. I've got the keys to my kingdom as best I can, and I do my utmost every day to make sure I know where the fuck they are. And that the vessel works. What you doing? How about you? Because that's the important bit. Tip of the day, run your vessel the right way. Tip of the day, run your vessel the right way. And what do I mean by run the vessel the right way? Be aware of yourself. Be aware of where your vessel is, what it's doing, what it's capable of, its limitations that then you can surpass. All of those things. Be involved. Be engaged. Don't give it up. Your health is yours. It doesn't belong to another company unless you choose to hand it over, and then that's your decision, no one else's. Your responsibility, no one else's. You're accountable for that action, no one else. So please don't look out the window and start pointing fingers and blaming, because you do know that when you're pointing, you've got the other four pacing back at you. So I would not suggest that right now. This is the moment where I'm asking you yet again, why did you give up the keys to your vessel? Tip of the day, run your vessel the right way. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is tip of the day.
And there you had it, ladies and gentlemen. The right honourable, sensational, fabulous Yanni with tip of the day. Run your ship right. I just had to say it.
Run it right.
Run your shit right.
Just run your shit right, yeah? Okay, that's all it is, mate.
You know, when you're speaking, Yanni, when you were sharing the tip of the day and all that, for some reason my mind was going towards the one thing that I believe it was Jim Rohn in one of his lectures that he said he said, I used to think that the right way is I'll take care of you for me while you take care of me for you. And then he said, when I came to realization that actually the best way is I'll take care of me for you while you take care of you for me. He said everything changed.
And that's a beautiful way to end the show. Right there. Smashed it,
cool.
man.
Smash
Yeah.
it. Rock and roll.
So if you've liked what you've heard on this particular episode, yeah, we're still getting the gremlins out. Yeah, we're still all over the place. Yeah, we're having an experience. But we're very much aware that we are one consciously experiencing itself objectively on the journey back to source. Remember that, what it is and always has been, which is an enlightened being. I need to remember that fact. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this show, you can email us at thehouseoflords3@gmail.com. That's thehouseoflords3@gmail.com. And like we've said, go check out the mindgym.club and also check out what her name's gone. Vanessa Elston. There you go. VanessaElston.com for your quantum energy cards. That being said, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I want to thank each and every one of you down in there in the chat section as well that you came to pass through. But watch out for the next available popping up episode of The House of Lords right here on YouTube. Will be on Sunday, 2200 GMT. I'll give you that again. It will be 2200 GMT on Sunday right here on YouTube. So from me and these beautiful fellas, nothing but love and light to you and yours. Right, I've got to do this bit now. All right. Feeling, gents. Come on.
Nothing but love and light to you all. Thank you very much once again for joining us, for taking the time to continue to travel on this podcast journey. We're really privileged to be able to have taken it from audio now to the video. We're hoping that as we're ironing out and we're putting things together, we're hoping that you're liking it. And please do drop us a line and let us know what you think of the setup and everything. We're just trying to get it so that we deliver our conversation to you in the very best possible way. So again, love and light to you all. Thanks once again for being here with the House of Lords. Gentlemen,
Love and light to you and yours. Namaste.
So that's it from all of us, the Right Honourable Marius, the sensational Right Honourable Yanni, and myself, obviously, Carl. Catch us here, same time, same place on Sunday. If we're not here at about 10 o'clock, right, just hang around. We're showing up, all right? Just hang about. We're going to show up, right?
we are there. We're there. Don't trust me. We're right there, as always.
We just have to fight the gremlins before we can come back.
Yeah,
That's it.
we fighting gremlins.
Well, that's it from us. Nothing but love and light to you and yours. Yanni, do that fancy stuff on the screen because we're about to turn off the monitor. Until next time.
And we're out, gentlemen.
Good. It's time to get this party started, right?
There you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, rock and roll. Yeah, we'll probably have a few frame drops when they were fucking with us earlier, but otherwise it panned out. And what's interesting is after we mentioned it, it fucking panned out.
Yeah.
I'm like, because whilst it was happening, I thought, what the I'm obviously taking, as I'm looking at it, I'm taking responsibility, right? But I do a speed test before we go on. And
It's all right, mate. I'm seeing it myself. I know what it is.
You know what I mean? And when I saw it, I'm like, wait, let me do a speed test whilst we're on. And I did a speed test whilst we were on, right?
Yeah, it's cushy.
Yeah, but yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Call them out. We know what it is. The dirty little
got it.
gremlins. We know what they're up to. Fuck them.
We got it.
We're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, we got it. See it. Look, we're there. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and watch that one. But, gentlemen, that was a pleasure. It really was.
Cool.
I've got to get to bed. I've got to get a bit of work done tomorrow.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Well, thank you very much indeed. Always a pleasure.
Likewise. To you both. It is, mate. It is.
Yeah.
Good night, gents. Night.
Marius.
Yeah.
You all right,
awesome, bruv?
Yeah. I'm all good.
You sure?
Yeah. I'm just getting ready to go downstairs to have a quick ciggy.
All right, buddy. I might just go make myself a quick cup of tea. Oh, fuck it. Let's go and have a brew, shall we? So we go and have a brew together, like, shall we do that?
Yeah, let's have a brew, because I could do. I'm parched.
You're parched.
I'm parched, mate.
All right.
Have we given up? Rock and roll. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to know where it actually picked up from at the beginning, if it gets some of the antics that's going on. As long as it ain't too much fucking crazy shit.
No, we didn't get. No, we was all right.
You know, in the last episode when Ihani was saying that we were out, you can hear you at the end.
What do you mean?
Yeah, we were still transmitting. Yeah.
Okay. Do we say bad shit?
I can't.
No, we were professional. No, we weren't saying bad shit. No,
say hello, Mum. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello, Mum.
You sure on the ceiling?
Am I? There you go.
Hello.
Hello, Mum.
Hello, Mum.
I have to go to bed.
I do have to go to bed. Because I've got a busy day.
You better listen, boy.
Go to bed, mate. What are you doing? Go to bed.
Mummy, would you like a cup of tea? No. Oh, you fucking rebel. Going to bed about 2 o'clock.
Wow, that actually worked. That actually worked.
Why do you want to fight?
I've never said it like that before. It felt quite funny.
Why do you want to fight?
No.
All right.
Why would I want to fight my
why
mum?
do you keep asking me if I want to fight?
Because you swear up at me all the time. Like you do. Fucking flinching again. Bring out the big ass.
You're such a dick, really. You really are.